Welcome, everyone. Just a quick little mini lesson in nuclear medicine. The field's growing, parabolically, and it's a great time to actually learn about it and possibly become a nuclear medicine technologist yourself. I am currently teaching at a college full time and looking to expand and create my own story here in Arizona. So basically, long story short, you have a radioactive isotope. Amount of exposure you're going to get is less than a chest x-ray, so not much. Me as a nuclear medicine tech, I've been swimming in this for about 25 years. As long as you're practicing what we call ALERA, as low as reasonably achievable, time distance shielding is perfectly safe and fine. As a matter of fact, you're exposed to cosmic radiation all day long. There's no break from it. That's just the world we live in. So long story short, you have your dose, and I'll show other videos of how that dose is actually created. But it's injected into a patient. That patient lays on the camera. Once the patient lays on the camera, they're emitting the radioactive isotope. In that camera, you have what these are called sodium iodide doped with thallium crystals. These are small, elongated crystals, but the true crystals in that camera would be huge, rectangular crystals. The crystals would be scintillated, so you'd have the photon gamma rays hitting the crystal. And what's happening in that interaction is the photons interacting with electrons of the sodium iodide, and it's grabbing one of those electrons, and let one of the electrons get excited, bounces up from the valence to the conduction band. As it goes over to the conduction band, sorry about the blurriness, it resides, because of my pen, it starts to resolve, we call it decay, back down through the activative state, eventually to the activative center. To be specific, a light photon is created, and then eventually that electron goes back down to the valence band. You talk about hundreds of thousands, not millions of these interactions on that camera crystal. These photons travel at the speed of light. So we have on top of these crystals, on camera heads 1 and head 2, we have these PMT tubes that pick up that light signals. That light photon, just for this particular example, strikes the photocathode. Once it strikes the photocathode, an electron is produced, and then sub-electron particles are produced proportional to the photon energy. That way the camera can see the signal. In this case, for example, a patient may have a gallstone in the liver, so you'll get an outline of the liver right up there. You see the gallbladder right about there. The gallbladder's here. This is an example of a gallbladder with a stone in it. What we're doing is seeing the patency, so we're following as we've injected the patient and it goes to the gallbladder. That drug is usually called mebufotenin or Colitech. We follow that for up to an hour, sometimes 4 hours, the radio tracer or radiopharmaceutical. And it tells the doctor function. So nuclear medicine is great for function. You can say, hey, why is that so fuzzy? If you want a great picture, get a CT. If you want another soft tissue picture modality, that would be MRI. But physicians are more with nuclear medicine worried about function. What's going on in the patient's body? And so that's the exciting part about nuclear medicine. I know a lot of you have questions about the exposure and turning into the Incredible Hulk, but that's just not the case. It's totally safe. Been used for at least 80, 90 years in the field of medicine. So as time goes on, experience nuclear medicine as I present it to you, as well as follow my journey and as I try to be an academic institution accredited by the U.S. Department of Education. Thanks, everybody.